Another podcast coming at you live on this wonderful Tuesday with another No Sugar, No Cream podcast, number 66. If you're keeping track, I hope you guys are having a great day. It's a nice, chilly day here in Nashville. Like most of the state, cold front came through, I think yesterday, and everybody was pretty chilly. Pretty chilly. Got below freezing for mostly everybody. Not fun at all. Not enjoyable. But hey, as long as I have some good blankets, I'd stay nice and toasty. Tim, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Great to have you with me as always. We are thriving and enjoying life. Gearing up for November's just flying by. Thanksgiving will be here before I know it. I don't think I've mentioned it, but I'm flying out the week of Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go to the Cowboys game. I'm gonna go to the Cowboys always play Thanksgiving Day, so I'm gonna be up there 2 days before. Go to the Cowboys game for Thanksgiving Day, and then fly out to California for our family vacation, family cruises. So very exciting, and Tim's going to be busy that week too. With you got your music special coming out or whatever. You have a sale coming. Are you ready to talk about that yet?
Sale, yeah.
People can have that in your mind. Black Friday. Or what did you officially title it? Black Friday week or something or.
So I'll talk about that. I'm now checking. I'm now
checking us
on this right here.
Yeah, we want to make sure our sound isn't messed up. We did an entire podcast a couple weeks ago where the sound happened, so it was our. You can't do anything about that. You just kind of scratch it; it happens. My Dallas Cowboys had a bye, so that no loss this week. That's great. That's a win in my book. We had a tie too. Green Bay Eagles keep on killing it. Giants lost, of course, but Eagles headed the division. Sunday night, Monday night, the Green Bay played the Philadelphia Eagles. Once again, Tatum has another injury. Oh man. That hopefully doesn't cost us another month. Let's just let Tatum can rest on the car here. Like last week, we have YouTube TV, and YouTube TV has a fight going on with Disney, who owns a bunch of channels. Like FX, your regular ABC, and then all the ESPN channels. So as of right now, it's been a little over a week, and ESPN is still not available. So the big Monday night game you can't watch on YouTube TV. So for 2 weeks now, I've just paid $5, which isn't a big deal because I think it's a little annoying, but I mean for $5, it can't beat it. I go over to what is it? One of the other providers, they just give you a day pass. So I had to switch emails though, because they only let you do it once, which was the old. You used to have that provider. Who is it? One of the online
AOL.
No, it's like a cable, but it's online or whatever. They have ESPN. Oh my gosh, I can't think of him right now.
Okay.
Sling. Oh, look, he fixed him. He's coming back. Is he playing tonight? Is he healthy? He's dressed out. He's looking good. Man, that was a quick bounce back. Yeah, so I just paid $5 to watch ESPN because ESPN or YouTube, owned by Google, YouTube TV is saying that they want a better rate. Which they're just from what I read in an article, they're trying to get a better rate than they're trying to get a cheaper rate than what the standard is right now for what they're trying to be a little bit cheap. So they're having to literally credit $20 to, I mean, Disney owns so many channels on the cable that they have to credit them $20 to credit the users $20 because there's so many channels they're losing out on and that are important too. Well, one of the big ones, ABC, is one of the 4. Then ESPN, I mean, ESPN2, those are a big part of what people watch. Yeah, so that's kind of annoying. I mean, but they must not see effect. I mean, the big thing would be when people start canceling your YouTube TV, which it's easy to cancel because it's just month to month. And unlike a lot of the cable ones, you know, they have you do a membership or 2. Everything's gone kind of to a month to month thing. That is a big plus.
Big plus. I mean, I absolutely, nowadays. I mean, one random example unrelated to TV channels, but I used to live in New York City and I'm still a New Yorker at heart. And my fantasy is to move back to New York. I love living in Manhattan, the excitement. But anyhow, and I know this is really OG behavior, but I'd love to read. The way I would spend my Sundays is after church, I would get the New York Times and I would read it every section. I mean, it's usually the Sunday New York Times is that thick. And I would read the physical newspaper. Well, that's kind of become obsolete now. I mean, I don't even know if you can still buy. Now, you could usually buy the Sunday Times Saturday night in Manhattan, and I'd get my start on it Sunday night when I was living there, or Saturday night, excuse me. You could go to the local mart, which is usually run by Koreans, people that were angry at you, looked like they're always angry, and they were Koreans, Korean Americans. They never smiled. They refused to smile. The marts, and they would have fresh fruit and things on the corner. Anyway, and they would have you could get
no soup for you.
And you could get I don't know what it's like now. I mean, this was 20 years ago when I lived in New York, and you could get your Times, but you know, physical newspapers are kind of out now. And I'm landing this story. I'm getting to a point. So I subscribe to the New York Times, and I know physical newspapers are suffering. They just can't make money like they used to because people don't read newspapers. They can get their news online. The Italian guy you like to watch, DeStefano, what's his name? As an example, YouTube, what's his name?
Yeah, I don't watch him as much as I used to.
He talks with his hands.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of his name right now.
Italian last name.
DeFranco.
Yeah, he delivers news and so many other ways you can get your news. You don't have to read a newspaper. And so newspaper sales are going crashing, and people don't buy newspapers anymore. I mean, the last few times I would love to go to a restaurant and sit there and read my paper and leave a big tip because I sat at that table for a couple hours and just, get coffee brought to me if they weren't busy and not really using up a table and read my paper. But the last couple times I did it, I got kind of shamed. Oh, that's old person behavior, so nobody reads newspapers anymore. But the point, so I was subscribing to them and then I didn't want to subscribe anymore. And trying to unsubscribe was an absolute disaster. You could not unsubscribe. And I'm like, the New York Times, the venerable, prestigious, old school, just considered a real high level news source is acting like a scam outfit, making it difficult for you to unsubscribe. It really pissed me off royally. So it has to be as easy to unsubscribe as it is to subscribe. And I think there have been bills introduced to do that. But anyway, back to YouTube TV. Bravo. Let's give applause for YouTube TV. The fact,
oh, really? No, I think they're being stingy.
Well, the point I'm applauding is that you can cancel is easy.
I'm sorry, yes.
I'm talking about that particular part.
Yes, that
you
is.
can cancel a subscription as easy as you can get it.
Even though you can't really do it right through the app, you have to go on their website, I think, to cancel it.
Anyway, don't make it incredibly difficult and where you can't find the exit button.
Do I have this memory correct that I feel like to cancel some things you used to like call and have to talk to a person? And like have to have a reason.
Oh yeah. I've had that. Oh man, does it infuriate me? I don't have time for that, and that's one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves. So and there's so many subscriptions now. Everything is a subscription. That the world has gone to subscriptions, and whereas used to be like even in music production, you used to buy your plug-in. and it would work. You'd own it, but now you have to get a monthly subscription to be able to use it. And so everything's going to subscription. I remember reading an article, there'll be clothing. Our clothing will be a subscription. You want that pair of jeans, you can subscribe to it and you can have it, for so much a month. And when you no longer want to wear them, you can return them. I don't think that'll ever happen, or maybe it will. I don't know.
There's spots like that you literally can get stuff and return them. Like you can subscription based.
So I'm not lying.
Own them. I'm not lying. Just pay monthly and then you send back the clothing. It's great. Yeah, it's interesting.
Everything is subscription, even cars. The younger we've talked about generational divides. Or generation, the younger generation, Gen Zs specifically, I've read, are really not very interested in owning cars. Whereas for my generation, the muscle cars and all that was the thing. I had a Camaro, and that was your thing. It was your part of your personality. And younger generations, having a car is not that important. And so there's like a car, you can have a subscription for a car, or even they're talking about where multiple people can use it, and you can only use it only when you need it. You pay a subscription and you have so many hours, or I don't know how that works, but how many in the 24-hour day, how many hours is my car being operated? Less than 10% usage. I'll go to have breakfast and that's about it. And I'm gone for 2 hours.
I feel like I use it like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or maybe once a week.
Yeah. So a subscription on my car might be a good idea. Anyway, subscription model. What else is there a subscription that you wouldn't think about?
Like everything.
Okay, let me do
cologne.
Bobby Lee.
Cologne. You can get
what else would be a subscription?
You get little smaller sizes of cologne, where like all these big bottles, and you get, less than $15 a month, and they'll send you cologne. Shaving.
Okay.
Like,
that's like a complete that's okay. That is a subscription.
I've never shaved enough in my life to. I basically shave when I go get my haircut. Like that's like I just let my beard grow. So
you're talking about getting new products as a subscription,
right?
But how about things where you're actually using something that you the same thing, and you're paying a subscription for it?
Well, there are probably all kinds of different computer programs.
Yeah.
You pay monthly for.
How about physical things? Physical things like clothes. Any other things like clothes you can think of?
Everything you can think of.
Video games, physical video games. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Video games. Yeah. A lot of this stuff is online. In fact, anything you buy on Amazon, you could do like a subscription version of it. Like I get the Monster. I'll turn on a subscription every once in a while. And get every other month or every month get a big thing of Monster energy drinks because it's a couple bucks cheaper to do the subscription. So it's a good way to get you into subscription. They'll give you a discount, and then they get their consistent people paying.
Yeah, that's the holy grail. What other business? If you have a business where you can get people paying you monthly, and then you factor whatever the business would be, you got a regular source, and then you factor in a certain fall off every month, and there's probably some metric for that. You say we're going to lose 10% of our subscribers every month, so we have to find another 10% to replace it. There's metrics, and so you say, okay, whatever it is, if you have a subscription model, that's a way to have a stable business. Whatever it is. If you're selling food, if you're selling
Ubering regularly, it was nice to have a car wash subscription.
Okay,
and mine was I usually never paid more than $20 a month, and that was a tax write-off too. And it was I loved it. I went pretty regularly every day. Like started my day by going through the car wash, so my car was nice and clean, and because I just consistently kept it clean, I never really had to even do. It probably could use a deep clean, but it kept very clean. I never had but one complaint, but which didn't make any sense because it was a messy one at that point. You just go through the car wash, and then it has the vacuum thing afterwards. You just do a quick vacuum, and it looks good. And when you're doing that every day, it really makes a difference. And then you're just paying the subscription. It makes it worthwhile. Yeah, it seems like there's about everything. I've had like where I collect like pop kind of figures and like themed like nerd kind of stuff, like Star Wars related stuff like that, I've gotten like a box, and then it had different random things, like anywhere from a T-shirt to a little collectible thing to maybe a wallet of some sort, and it'd be like $20 to $30 a month, and you get a box every month, and it'd be like Christmas every month. Of course, now if you're ordering a few one or two things a week, you forget when it comes to the door, it feels like Christmas. She's like, "Oh, what is this?"
Well, when I was a kid, I mean, I was raised in a very conservative Christian home, and we didn't even have TV in the house. I grew up without TV, and I'd go to school, and all the kids are talking about a TV show they watched, and I'm clueless because we didn't have a TV. I mean, it's not like I never was exposed to TV. My aunt had a TV. When I would go visit her, she would often take care of us kids when mom and dad would go to town or whatever, and they needed a break from us, I suppose.
Did Grandpa call it the boob tube?
Called it the boob tube. That was what it was called.
Right.
A lot of people called it that.
But it's a grandma, because he's definitely the last person I ever remember saying anybody's.
And in my also on Sundays we would go to my grandma's house, and she would cook fried chicken, great fried chicken after church. Oof. And I would be glued to the TV. I mean, because I'm a kid and you don't get to see it, and I'm like glued to it. And so my aunt, so it wasn't regular, but I saw every Sunday afternoon program, Wide World of Sports. I remember that was on a Sunday afternoon, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Do you remember that? There was a skier who was coming off and skied off the trail and had a crash landing in the crowd, and that was part of their opening little video, and it was the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And this poor guy from Europe, he was a ski racer, he was depicted, his wipeout was depicted as the NBC or CBS or whatever it was, sports, Wide World of Sports. That poor guy. Anyhow, so, and also music. I mean, we only had AM radio, and I somehow got involved with Capitol Records subscription, where you pay a penny and they'll send you 12 of your choice of cassette tapes or vinyl. I think it was cassette tapes is what I got. They'll send you 12 cassette tapes you can choose, and then every month they send you, of their choice, another cassette tape of a new release, and that was at full price, which was like $5 back then. And if you didn't keep paying, you had to buy so many, and then they would, send you threatening letters, which is really scary for, a junior high kid. You're getting threatening letters from Capitol Records. You need to pay up. You agreed to this contract. We sent you 12 for 1 penny. Now you have to continue to buy them at regular price.
It reminds me of a DVD club I was part of. The same kind of thing.
And but I was exposed to a lot of music that I would never have been exposed to. And somehow it cracks me up because, South Dakota is not racially diverse. It's like 99%. It's changed now, but like 99% white. Northern European, a lot of Norwegians, Germans, etc. And
what percentage of people are Indian? Because there's a number.
Native American, of course. Native American. Yeah, there's Native American, but less than 10%, like 5% maybe. And I'll never forget the first time I saw a person of color in church. A lady was there, and African American, I think. And I was probably 5 or 6 years old. And I just was staring at her. I'd never seen that. But anyway, so I was not exposed to anything related to, African-American culture at all. But when you have to choose the genre on the Capitol Records. And I was a church boy, and I imagine why I checked the box. They have different genres. You have rock, I think, and whatever, maybe country. I checked soul.
I know.
I probably had
told me about this the other day. It was very interesting.
I probably
really
thought
had a big
it meant, something to do with church. My soul. Christian soul. And so I'm getting stuff. Stevie Wonder fulfilling his first finale, and
you think that's where you got your first love for jazz?
Yeah. Well, and jazz and soul music. I mean, I love it. And like Temptations. So I remember the Temptations. Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Came on that, and a bunch of soul music got delivered. I remember the Jackson 5 collection of the Jackson 5s had already stopped, so it was greatest hits of the Jackson 5 and all that music that I never would have been exposed to if I hadn't by mistake or probably. I mean, I didn't know what soul was, but I loved it. I loved it all, and I kept getting them. I remember even when I was a senior in high school, I still was getting those tapes because I remember going on a date and I would play, on my tape deck in my car, I would play some of that music like Stevie Wonder, and I'm trying to remember some of the others, Temptations, a white farm kid from rural South Dakota would never have been exposed to that if I didn't check the Soul Box, and Capitol Records sent me by subscription all that music open because it wasn't on the radio. Absolutely wasn't on the radio. So thank you, Capitol Records. Thank you.
And now you can just sit down and like, hey, look up this, and we can just go on YouTube and get lost for hours, and instantly find every song that you heard, which usually was connected with that one show.
Then there was also the Midnight Special. You're talking about the Midnight Special.
Yes.
Saturday night. So Saturday again, no TV at our house, but my routine was I got into high school. I had a friend, Mike, and Mike was older than me, but we became good friends. And I would go to town, and I'd stay overnight at his house. Then we go to church the next morning, Saturday, and every Saturday night at midnight. I think it was midnight. It was called the Midnight Special. Was it 11 o'clock? Maybe it was midnight on the East Coast. I don't remember, but it was called the Midnight Special. And they would have bands on there. And I think you can still find videos. I think they did about 180 episodes of the Midnight Special. And all the bands of the time were playing live on the Midnight Special. And there's some great performances. And I remember watching that on TV. We did no shenanigans. We were just, all we would do is ride up and down the route, the main drag. Nothing nefarious at all, and maybe stop for some fast food at the Dairy Queen or whatever, and then we would go back to his house and watch Midnight Special. And that was,
Was there other cars that did that same drag?
Doing the route, of course. That's what you did.
We had a thing too. Like,
what was it? There's a term for it. What do you call it?
What was it called? Drag, something like
do the drag, go up and down.
There's a certain term.
Hopefully you see a cute girl and you flag girl down. Hey.
If anybody I go to school with, I'm never with quite a few friends from the high school. It'd be like, that's what
let's do the
on
drag.
The weekend. Called it.
The drag.
It's called something, probably drag or something. And it went around a Sonic. You went like through the Sonic or around this, and it was this block, and it was just bumper to bumper. And we did that for years, and until they just cut it off. And what helped if there was more businesses in that area. The Sonic was booming for sure. Like they were getting a lot of business, but they ended up going to downtown, which just didn't have the same feeling. But like you basically, once you pulled into the right lane, that would take you all the way around the block. You were just like going slow after that. It was pretty funny, but. It's good times. Nice little fun memory. I never didn't do a lot, but that might have been before I had a vehicle, because I don't ever remember doing it in my vehicle. I think they might have stopped doing it once I had a vehicle. I think it was just my junior and senior year.
And so my freshman year in high school, if you had a car in high school, you were one of the rare ones.
Yeah, I remember talking about I might have surprised you, but like there was plenty of people that didn't have vehicles when I was in high school. But yeah, it had to have been quite. I mean, probably 1 in 10.
Probably, yeah. And we were probably, my dad. I mean, I was driving before I was 15. I was 10 years old. I was driving, and I had to look underneath the steering wheel or the dash, barely, steering like this. Obviously illegal, but
you probably freaked out if you ever got stuck riding with any of your friends, because they're probably not even close to good as drivers as you were.
Well, I'd been driving a long time.
Right.
Whether I was a good driver or not, I'm not sure. But my first car was a 1961 Lincoln Continental that my dad bought for $100, and
that he has still to this day in great condition.
It was suicide doors. You know,
I know you showed me a picture.
I showed you a picture of it, which is interesting. I was looking up. I was trying to remember the year, and I couldn't remember. Was it 60 or 61?
Okay,
and the 1960 didn't have suicide doors. You know, and suicide doors, if you don't know, the front and it's a 4-door, and the front and the back doors, the hinges on the front door is on the front, of course, like a normal door, but the hinge on the back door, the back seat, is on the back. So if you close the doors at the same time and you're standing there, you could get hit. That's why it's called suicide doors. And the handles are right next to each other because this one opens that way and that one opens that way. And so suicide doors. And this thing had every kind of, I mean, it was an old car by that time, but it had like automatic dimmers. It would dim if you had your lights on. It would supposed to if it worked. A lot of this stuff didn't work because it was an older car. It had automatic dimmers that would dim your lights if there was an oncoming car. If you had your light on, it had power windows, which was quite rare in 1961. It had, what else did it have? It had, I think, would regulate your windshield wiper speed automatically. I'm trying to remember. It had, it was quite the car. I blew up the engine. I rode hard even then. And I've completely changed my ways. I don't ride hard now. Do I, Seth?
No. Very cautious driver. Very,
No! We become fans of Bobby Finn. Is it Bobby Finn? Is that his name?
Yeah, Bobby Finn. Yeah. You just introduced
Why would you
me.
think? Why would you think?
How would you describe his videos?
Yes, he's got a persona where he tries to teach things. Some of them are like, how do you pronounce words? English. The English language is weird. You know, like I can't think of his example, but like pronouncing words and you change the first letter and it should just have this rhyme, but it doesn't. It changes the vowel sounds. And he does one where he did that. And then the most recent one where he was explaining offside rules for football, explaining to a woman. I think now he's doing, before he used to play both parts. He would, film separately and he'd cut to him maybe wearing a different shirt or something. A lot of YouTube or TikTok videos do that where they play both multiple parts and maybe change their shirt or something. It's obvious that it's them, but they're playing a part. But now I think he's graduated to where he has, I think, other influencers doing it with him. And he was doing where he was explaining football rules for offsides and to this woman, and as if she didn't understand it. And I didn't realize, I'm not a big football fan, but all the different rules, depending if it's offense or defense. And then if you react to another person moving, what was it like? Infringement on the zone was one. What are some of the other ones? If the offense goes, it's offsides. If the defense goes, it's, what was another one he had?
Yeah.
You said it was all a bunch of different names. It was all different names, which I played football in high school. I was just offsides. That's just offsides. That's it. There weren't all these other variations on the rules.
Encroachment.
Encroachment. Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know them?
No.
Yeah. Well, don't ask me specifics of NBA rules, because even though I'm a big NBA fan, I should know the rules better than I do, to be honest. But I do like listening to the commentary, and I've gotten better at it.
I will ask you, and I will expect you to know, sir.
Here's something that, how many of you have seen a pick two in football? A pick two, not a pick six, a pick two. I saw a pick two in person. I don't know how rare it is. So we went to see the Titans. You weren't living here then, but we went to see the Titans play the Colts. My buddy, big Colts fan. So when the Colts came to town, I got tickets and I took them and we saw them. And the Colts ended up winning that game. It was an overtime game. And the Titans were going for a two-point conversion. And the Colts intercepted the pass. It was a pass, and ran it all the way back for a score. And I thought, well, that's a touchdown. No. Why would you think? That is a 2-point score. So instead of a pick six, it's a pick two. I made up that term, I think. I've never heard anyone say it, but how else would we describe it? It's not a pick six. Pick six is when you get an interception and run it back for a touchdown. What if you intercept the ball when they're trying to go for an extra point and you only get 2 because they were only going for 2? It's a pick 2. So how many people knew that there was such a thing as a pick 2 in football? I didn't. I can hear it ringing. Are you calling? Who are you calling?
I was trying to take care of something, so I wasn't...
Seth's got an emergency that he's trying to take care of right now, and we hope that everything is okay. We don't know exactly what it is. Would we like to conjecture what it might be, possibly?
No.
Yeah, so the Chit guy we found putting out some new videos. We saw the last one. He's got a Lamborghini now.
Yeah.
So we're fans of these good skits. I mean, but not original ones. One of my things that I do not like is how somebody will start doing something and then everybody does the exact same type of skit. And it does get like we're doing right now, I guess. We're not doing the skits. We're just paying homage to, I think maybe it's no different. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. Hey, we had a guy. So we did a clip from last week and where Seth was in an Uber. And the Uber driver had the audio instructions from the Uber driver. It was but you were there, so you want to explain it?
Oh yeah, they're just giving the turn-by-turn directions, and somebody was already in the vehicle. We were coming from the airport, and I got in, and he hooked up to a speaker. I don't know if it was going through. He just had the sound.
He
really
had hooked
loud.
up to Bluetooth speaker.
And it said the address
for the person that got off before you.
Because it's we were doing a share, and somebody in our we did a little video about it, and somebody said that
was a lie.
Was a lie.
Uber doesn't announce the addresses. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
And so,
I don't know, but I think any turn-by-turn direction always says the address. But I think even if you get in by yourself,
it doesn't. It's only if the Uber driver. It is a thing. It is not a lie. Yeah. Uber does do that, but not every driver sets it to come through the Bluetooth speakers.
But for the most part, a lot of people just have it muted. I mean, once I got used to the direction,
the app
does have it muted.
No, the passenger doesn't get it. According to the research that I did, I Googled it. AI research. They said that it's not for the passenger audio, but it's for the driver app. We don't have the driver app. The driver app and the passenger app are 2 different apps, right? But in the driver app, it's verbal, it's audio.
They gotta know.
And if they put it through the Bluetooth, it will be coming through the speakers.
Yeah.
And apparently the guy you have
arrived. It's just the same as if you'd use the turn-by-turn directions on your phone.
And so it is a little bit, and the woman was upset that her address was said verbally in the car, so that the only other person who wouldn't know their address, who didn't know it before, because the driver obviously knew it because he's dropping her off. So she was definitely scared of Seth. She would rather have a bear in the car with her than Seth. Rather have the bear than Seth. So she was only scared of you. But you did make her feel better because you said that you promised you would close your eyes.
I said I would close my eyes. I didn't see apartment 25. Which is the funny part, because she's a big apartment building. Like, I'm pretty sure it didn't even say that what apartment building she was coming from. Apartment B, around the corner, with the heart-shaped wooden heart on the front door.
Yeah, so, I mean, lady, if you're that concerned about your address being public, don't take the group Uber.
Yeah, because somebody knows exactly where you live every time you get dropped off.
Or give an address that is across the street from where you live. I mean,
there you go.
If this is something you are concerned about, and okay, I'm not saying your concern is not valid. We're all concerned about security and safety, but
we definitely talked about how grumpy she was. And then Tim decided that I should date her.
You should date her. Yes, ask her out.
Right, I should date a grumpy person.
You could cheer her up because you are the funniest man in Nashville.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Smile, woman.
Okay, so I have some things happening in November. Today I got the final mix back, or I approved the mix after a couple of revisions. Thank you, Taylor, for being patient with my revision requests on the mix. And I'm very proud of this song, a very difficult song to sing and to play. It's a jazz arrangement of the song, my favorite Christmas song, non-Christian, non-spiritual Christmas song. It's called The Christmas Song, and it's often with the parentheses after because not everyone knows what that song is, but it's The Christmas Song, parentheses, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, that song. Nat King Cole did the original, and I recorded in this studio all the parts for a jazz arrangement of that song and sang it. And it's a demanding song to sing. And we just got the mix back, and that'll be coming out. I haven't yet decided exactly. Sometime after Thanksgiving, I will schedule it to come out. And I have 3 more Christmas songs that'll be coming out. And one of them is a very sad Christmas song. I'm sorry, sad, but it's called Please Come Home for Christmas. And it's about the people who are lonely at Christmas time. And there are probably a lot of people that are lonely.
I am lonely for Christmas.
I mean, I was thinking about, I started feeling a little guilty. Actually, my producer was making a joke, and I sent it to him. I said, please mix this song. I sent him all the stems, and I said, please mix it. And it's a pretty sad song, and he sends me back, I don't want to be sad for Christmas, Tim. And I didn't know if he was joking or not. And I said, are you declining the mixing job? And he said, no, I'm just making a joke that obviously didn't land. But I got me thinking, should I not be putting out a sad song for Christmas? And then I remember probably one of the most famous Christmas songs, very sad, Do They Know It's Christmas, which was a European group, British group, I think, that came out with that. Who did Do They Know It's Christmas? I think that came out in the 80s. You know that song, don't you?
What song's that?
Do They Know It's Christmas?
Oh, dude, yeah, I would think so. I would hope so. I am a big fan of Christmas music. It just gets you the lolly jollies, put you in the mood.
Unless it's a sad one.
Unless it's a sad one, but then you still put you in the Christmas mood and be like, I want to see a little snow, maybe some turkey, mistletoe.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
I mean, I'll Be Home for Christmas is probably one of the first ones that
really
pops in my head. Just any of those old ones. I love the old songs. It's just hard to beat those.
Well, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Okay. Yeah, different.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Yeah.
You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe. Mistletoe implying that I have a girlfriend, but I don't.
Available.
Now the song's
available.
Sad. So I am lonely for Christmas. You can count on me. Me.
Band-Aid. Oh, that's right. It was a group project. Do They Know It's Christmas? It was a Band-Aid song, or from Live Aid, I guess. Do They Know It's Christmas? It came out as a charity song written in '84 by Bob Geldof. It's a sad for famine in Ethiopia.
For famine in Ethiopia.
Famine in Ethiopia. It was raising money for that. But the criticism were that the song's lyrics perpetuate harmful stereotypes about Africa. Critics argue that the song's portrayal of Africa as a barren, ignorant continent requiring Western salvation is colonial and patronizing, and that it discourages investment in tourism. I don't know about that. I don't want to get involved in that one. I don't know about that one. I don't want to take a side. I don't want to be involved. Anyway, so that song, Please Come Home for Christmas, which I wrote with my buddy Mike, haven't gotten it mixed yet, but I recorded all my parts in the studio as well.
For the rest of the podcast, Tim will share all his political views. Tim?
I'm not sharing political views.
No!
Why would you think?
No, it was so late to what you just said. You were already moving the subject along, but I'm referring to what you just mentioned about Africa.
Anyhow, so another update, if I can,
get Seth to shut up.
If I can possibly take the time to do commercials here for my music and my projects.
Intro you. And now a commercial break with Tim Wolf and Tim Wolf Productions.
Yes.
Sponsored by Tim Listens.
We have some Black Friday stuff coming up. 4 things available. And I'm excited. 4 different offers that are going to be coming out. And if you're not on my email list, it's only going to go to my people on my email list. So if you're not on my email list and you're interested in these items, go to my website, thetimwolf.com, and subscribe to get on my email list, and you can have access to these Black Friday deals. 4 deals. First one is a DVD, concert DVD and CD offer from a concert that I did, album release party for my Billboard charting album, Born in South Dakota. And I recorded and videoed, had a professional videographer and a professionally recorded. And so I have a DVD and a CD. And you would say, well, if you had the CD or one or the other, well, they won't have the same thing. The DVD, of course, obviously has video of us playing the band, but it also, the talk in between is included on the DVD and it's not on the CD. So that's available. And that is normally $40 for the 2 of those items. And I'm selling them both for, I think it's $25. Man, I should have brushed up on my offers.
You only paid for a 30-second commercial also, sir.
So $25 for that. That's the Red Bicycle Hall Tim Wolf Band package. Then there is 2 T-shirts. There's the Cool Again album T-shirt, which is 6-color black T-shirt. And there's Tim Wolf Alternative Americana white T-shirt, which has printing on the front and the back. And you can get both of those for $15. And that's
not implying that you weren't cool before, but you are cool again.
But there's a limited amount of those. I think there's only
so many people can be cool.
Medium, large, and extra large. That's number 2. And then there's also my album, Castle Builder Cards Reimagined. I have playing cards. If you like to play poker or whatever, there's Tim Wolf themed playing cards, and also a lyric book from that album, Castle Builder Cards. And the value of that, I believe, is $60, and I'm selling them both for $15, no shipping. And so that's available for Black Friday.
If you have a gambling problem and that might cause you to relapse, please do not purchase the poker cards. Tim, do you have a 3XL shirt for cool?
I don't.
I guess I'll never be cool.
And the last one is the test pressings. So when you do a vinyl album, part of the manufacturing process is you do a test pressing. They make a test pressing. They make a die to press the vinyl, and then they make a test pressing and send it to you, and you play it on your turntable to make sure that it works fine and the sound quality is good. And they sent me, I have 4 test press. I have 2 vinyl albums out, and I have 4 test pressings that I'm offering for sale. These are limited editions. There's only 4 of them. They'll never be, when I reorder this vinyl, they won't do the test pressings because they've already approved the press. So this is a one-of-a-kind deal for people, not for everyone, but
no.
You're looking for if you have all my CDs, you have everything all my merch, you're looking for something special and unique, you can get these vinyl. And I sign them, and they're numbered 1 through 4. There's 2 different vinyls. So there's Cool Again album is in vinyl, and also my Billboard charting one, which is Born in South Dakota, is also available in vinyl. So I have the test pressings for both of those, and there's only 4 of them, and they're $100 each. Or if you want both, they're $150. And so there's only 4. So if you're interested in that, that'll be getting on my email list. And all these sales will only be available for 2 days during the Black Friday season. So you get an email, and they go live, and 2 days later, they'll no longer be live. And then the next one will be an email. So they're going to be sequential. So if you're at all interested in any of those.
Yeah. And if you play it, just so you know, it will only say, this is a test. This is a test. This is a test. It's more of a...
No!
More of a collector's item.
He's not right. He's incorrect.
In the head.
Yeah, a collector's item. I mean, not for everybody. Not for everybody. But if you're a Tim Wolf fan and you're just looking for what more, I want more. And there's some of you have bought everything I have, and I've not made these for sale. I've had these for a while because the vinyl's been available for a while, but I've just never made them for sale. And now they're going to be in my store, and you can get them. So if you're interested in that, and in fact, they're in the store right now. So they might be sold out before Black Friday goes if everybody watches this. I mean, they're available. You could buy them now.
Yes.
You just couldn't get the double for $150. That is only going to be Black Friday, but you can get it for $100, each one for $100. So if you're interested in that, you could get a jump on them. Go to my store, The Wolf Creek. Anyway, so
this has been an extended 30-second commercial from Tim Wolf.
Yes.
Slightly.
Thank you for bearing with me. I am finished with my commercializing.
Please feel free to check the store out.
No Sugar, No Cream, sponsored by Tim Wolf.
No charge to look. No charge to put it in your box. Go ahead and put it in your cart. No charge. No charge to put your credit card in. Now, I'll tell you that we go ahead and push that purchase button. Now you've been charged. Gotcha. I didn't lie to him.
No, you didn't lie. But I mean, if you ever decide, I mean, anybody who comes to me and says, I've had people say, I didn't mean to buy that, or an add-ons. There's always, and I didn't mean to buy it. I give them the money back. I mean, I'm an honest man. I'm not here. I mean, I want you to be satisfied. So
now, if you walk up to him and say, your nephew tricked me into buying it, and you do not get your money back, that's your own fault. You gonna watch the game tonight?
I am going to watch the game tonight.
Should be a good game. Divisional.
Yeah.
They're just
playing the Sixers,
6th or 7th. I mean,
the
it's
Celtics,
still early.
Celtics representing Celtics. This is a cup that my nephew got for me.
Yeah.
What a wonderful nephew I have.
What a great guy! What a great guy he is. And I can only say good things about him. We're a little bit over 10% of the way through, right? There was 70 games in all, 70-some games,
82 games total.
82. So we're at
10%
then.
We're at 9 now, right? I think we're at 9.
Just over 10 then.
Is it 9 or maybe 11?
Oh yeah,
5 and 6. Aren't they 5 and 6?
Yeah.
So the 11. So we're a little over 10%.
Which is so interesting. Who they're 76ers have only they're 6 and 4 or something like that, or 5 and. I think they played 2 less games somehow. Are they just like behind? And
the schedule is bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how they do the scheduling. And we're doing a back-to-back. We're doing have another game tomorrow night. So playing in Memphis, which we can't watch unless you get one of your $5 things. Because that's not even Sling doesn't even have that channel, I don't think, or it doesn't have that channel. Yeah. So okay, we're in Nashville, and Memphis is roughly 3 hours drive away from us to the west. And Atlanta is roughly 4 hours, 3.5, depending where, to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are so lucky to be located halfway between those two cities.
So lucky.
That if the Celtics or any team are playing in either of those cities, we are blessed to have it blacked out, and we're not able to watch it.
Somehow it's locally available to us.
Yeah, locally available, but it's not locally available because it doesn't get played on the Nashville channels.
And there's no antenna that reaches that far.
Can you tell that I'm a little irritated? I mean, substantially irritated about it. So the only way.
Same thing with Cowboys. It's even worse with it. Well,
why is it blacked out when we're 3 hours away? I mean, why is that local network considered? That's just ridiculous. And 2 different teams. This is so stupid. So annoying. Very stupid.
So we'll do like a free trial here and there, or
Seth is the master of that.
Yeah, I do a free trial and cancel it right away.
And the whole thing about you want to watch something, and now with these fragmentation of channels, even if you want to watch the NBA or an NFL, how many channels is the NFL on now? More than one, multiple.
Okay, so
on ESPN,
the first one of the week is a Thursday game,
and that's on
Amazon.
That's on Amazon. Okay.
And then Sunday, then they even start it. NFL Network gets a game at 9:00 in the morning that's overseas. There's been one probably most Sundays, and probably not every Sunday, but yeah, overseas they have the 9:00 game, which the Colts and somebody just played. The Colts beat who did they beat? I forgot offhand.
Overtime.
It was overtime. It was a great game. So that game was at 9, and then you have
Ravens.
Several games. Might have been.
Anyway, go forward.
There's like 4 or 5 games at noon in different locations. So whichever one's closest to you, or we got on 2 different channels, Fox and CBS.
So we're already up to 4 channels, right?
Yep.
Thursday night's one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Early in the morning's another, and then so 4 channels. Mm-hmm. And in the evening is a different one.
ESPN, or no, that's NBC. Sunday night.
Now we're up to 5, and then Monday night's a different one.
Monday night is ESPN, and a lot of times they the time they'll have it on ESPN too, where they'll have Peyton Manning and his brother doing their own thing, interviewing people as they talk about it, and it gets a little bit more game savvy with them on there,
and funny
too,
unless Bill Belichick is on.
Unless Belichick, this is very true. This is very
Bill
true.
Belichick on there, and they're trying to make jokes because the Manning brothers are funny. They make jokes, and none of it was landing with Bill Belichick. He's just a dour, sad man. I don't know that he smiles. I mean, I remember saying that was awkward. Awkward. I remember I saw a bit of that. It was pretty awkward.
Default serious face.
No shame.
He mumbles he mumbles everything right.
I mean, his record. I mean, although there are a lot of people hate on him because he seemed to push the limits too much. I mean, Spygate
some cheating happened,
and Inflategate, and he seemed like to really go across the line ethically.
And then, a lot of it happened because you could say, he had it kind of easy with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady was able to make it keep going. He went and played for another team and got another Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. Just like Peyton Manning did. I love that. I love the people that do it for the love of the game and just win a Super Bowl ring. And they'll get a lot of those chasers when you get those guys. What some people are doing with Aaron Rodgers a little bit. Which, man, Aaron Rodgers needs to be surrounded by more ring chasers for him to be successful, because he's got a number of just these younger guys just don't have their head on straight a lot of times. And oh my gosh, it was 3 weeks ago. His he hands it off to the running back. The running back runs up to the line and pitches it back to him for a flea flicker. The play was not a flea flicker. How often does a flea flicker happen? You're going to know when it's a flea flicker. How do you mess that up and create a flea flicker when there was no flea flicker? So Aaron Rodgers is just back with the ball, and he ends up kind of just having to throw it away. It was not a flea flicker play. It was so funny. And then you get these guys just ball going through their hands. Which that shows you how fast. You got to be. Well, it helps if you have really good gloves and they have that rubber on them that just catches the ball and just sticks to it pretty much. But those guys throw some heat on those balls. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So, but yep. So speaking of which, Aaron Rodgers plays against the Cowboys Monday night. So I'm gonna be a little torn. I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan, and of course I'm a big Cowboys fan. So the Cowboys already suck this year, so I almost want to cheer for Aaron Rodgers because they got the better record. 5-3. What? 5-3. Cowboys are 3-5-1, I think, or something like that. It's just it's horrible. Or maybe 3-6-1. But yeah. So we'll see Monday next Monday. And then Thanksgiving will be here before you know it. We'll have so I guess what the week. Oh yeah, we should be able to do a pod. Well, we're still a couple weeks away, but we should be able to do a podcast the week of Thanksgiving. I'll be at a hotel. Yeah, we should be able to do that probably, unless I'm doing something. If not, make everybody miss us and make their heart grow fonder.
Don't count on it.
Hey, we've done pretty good for the most part when I'm traveling.
Yeah, but you told me it was going to be Wednesday, and then you said, "Oh no, we can't do it Wednesday." Then it was going to be Thursday, and oh no, let's do it Friday.
And then we did it that Friday. One time, didn't we?
We didn't. I'm talking about last time you were on a cruise. We didn't do a cruise.
No, that was the week before. That was Wednesday. No, it wasn't. That did happen twice. It was a Thursday.
You were.
But no, you were nervous about. I wanted to try it, but it would have been on cellular, and you called it. It's like, let's not do it. And you're right to say that because the internet wasn't being that good. It was cellular, and the cellular hadn't been that good. So it was the best call. So Tim is a little upset with you. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so don't count on it. When Seth's on a cruise, don't count on it.
It's only not happened twice. Tim, I'm sorry. Tim, can you forgive
So when
me?
will you be gone? Let's see. We got another week, or you'll be here,
No,
right?
It sounds like he's trying to get rid of me.
Let's see, this is
week of
the
Thanksgiving,
11th
the
or 12th. What is
23rd?
today? The 11th? 11th. I think today's 11th.
Today's the 11th. So 2 weeks.
So
2
that'd
weeks
be
I fly out?
the 18th. You'll be here the 18th.
Yeah, when am I flying out?
And then how about
Tuesday?
the 25th? The Tuesday of Thanksgiving.
The 25th.
And then, okay, yeah, so you won't be here. So we won't be able to do it on the 25th. Will we do it on Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving Day is the 27th.
We could possibly do it on the 26th. You'll be in a hotel in Dallas, right?
Yeah, it'll be... Wait, I think I get there the 25th. I might be able to do it... depending on when I might be able to do it right when I get to the hotel on Tuesday. We'll see.
Stay tuned. We will try to do
what
it
we could do, guys,
on Tuesday, but don't count on it.
But no, we'll keep on just randomly talking about it and
I'm sorry.
changing our
I'm
mind.
so
every
sorry
30
for being
seconds.
mean, but
I get there at 4:30 on Tuesday. If I get the hotel at 5, the same time zone, we could just maybe start late at like 5:30 or 6.
Okay, we will try to do it.
Do it
on
right
that
when I get there.
Tuesday
It'd be fun.
in the afternoon. You'd have to get into your room.
Just have to go to your room.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know. Just popped into my head.
I remember when
Last time I stayed in a hotel in Miami, we were getting on a cruise. I think it was last Christmas, and I'd actually left things because I came back and I stayed the night after I came back. Well, that's right. I went to Cuba. That's right. I landed, stayed in a hotel, and then the next morning I went to Cuba, and I came back and stayed the night like 3 days later or 3 days later, and then got on the cruise the next day. So all my stuff was in the storage room. I was going to leave it there.
And somebody
So I
walked
checked into my room. Checked in my room, and I'm sitting at the desk, and a guy, I could see someone trying to open the door. I'm like, oh, they're not going to get in. They got the wrong room. Put the key in the lock, and the door opens. And the guy looks at me, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he leaves. But why did that guy's key work? And I hear him go down 2 or 3 rooms, open another room, and go in. But why did his key thing work in mine? That was very scary. And I went down and raised holy heck with them. And I said, you need to give me another room. And they were apologizing. But that makes me wonder, how many times does the key you have work for other doors? A little worrisome.
Well, there's a universal key. They can have a key that opens anything.
Sure.
But that was a person.
That was a person. That was a guest.
I don't remember.
And then he went down I could hear him. He went down the hallway and opened another. He was at the wrong room. He was on the right side of the hallway, but he went down 1 or 2. I don't think it was the next one, or maybe 2 more, and he was able to get in. Now, obviously, I could have set the little lock on the inside so that it would only open like 3 inches, but I didn't.
Maybe was it closed? Was it?
It was closed.
It was closed.
It was closed. So security. It's
security. No.
Maybe your date was right to be concerned.
All right, let's wrap it up. There was no date. It was an Uber ride with a horrible woman. Guys, we love you very much.
Yeah.
It's been a great podcast. Minus Tim shenanigans. He's become the comedian. I'm gonna retire. I'm retiring. I gave him major props last podcast. You had the best the best little clips were like Tim cracking jokes. Guys, we love you. Thank you for watching on Facebook, on Spotify, Apple. Follow us on Instagram, Tim Wolf, Seth Ohms, And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and follow us on Facebook, No Sugar, No Cream. And we will see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good week.